Hi, welcome to Urban Goes Green. Today I'm here by myself to just give you a few updates on what's happening at urban reforestation from Docklands News headquarters, Docklands TV headquarters. It's a beautiful day down in the Docklands. I've just been in the garden chatting to someone from an initiative called Climate Communities, and they've shown a lot of interest in our project and interested in helping to support us potentially to do some more balcony garden work, helping residents to improve their balcony gardens. But going back to something that an event that we had last Sunday, we had the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival's local food dinner, and we ran that out of the garden, and it was a really great success. We had 33 people, and the boating company took everyone across on 2 runs across to Live Bait, and that boat is called Blizzard, and the business is called Althea, and they were just so kind, and everyone in the community came together. There were young people and old people, and just a lovely evening and beautiful food. So thank you to Live Bait and to Althea, the boating business, for supporting that, and to the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival. We're taking part in the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival this weekend as well. You might have seen there's an edible garden in City Square, and that's been set up by Diggers Seeds, and we're doing story time on sustainable living ideas for children, and we're also running a balcony garden workshop there. So pop into City Square at 2 p.m. from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. and you'll see urban reforestation there. There's lots of things happening at the moment in town, and I just wanted to tap into those things. One of them is there's a Get Up protest and rally at 11 a.m. on Saturday as well, and that's to really just keep that issue of climate change and sustainable living, on the agenda, so the government doesn't forget about the issue, which is so important for our future. So that's at 11 a.m. in the city. And other things that are coming up, other things that have been happening, which I wanted to highlight, which I think are really, interesting things to sort of, stay in touch with, is the International Women's Day was a couple of days ago. And I've been involved with a group called the 100, which is a group of women that come together it's a network of people to share ideas, and people, women and actually men came along as well, that value the idea of community. And I think that's a really important theme to think about in, every day, in our everyday. And I feel like very privileged to be able to go along to those sessions and meet people who are, also really valuing community and connecting and new ideas. Linked to that, I'm reading a book at the moment it's actually David Suzuki's autobiography, and I think that he's got some really interesting ideas around, how we are to live sustainably. And he talks about that whole idea of thinking global and acting local as being kind of a disempowering idea, because, we're thinking global all the time. There's so many problems and there's so much going on. It can kind of get a little bit disempowering. So he says, well, why don't we just think local and act local? And I, on a lot of levels, agree with him. I think that there are so many tangible ways to, make a difference in our communities, and that in turn have ripple effects globally. So if we keep in mind of global context, but think local and act local, I think that that's a good concept. So David Suzuki, he is an inspiration, and he's getting much older, but he's on the ball. I think that's it for today. There's lots of just different ideas going around, except to say, go to the Urban Reforestation website. We have a lot of events coming up, or workshops, educational workshops coming up for residents of Victoria Point and Dock 5. They're the 2 apartment blocks that we've waste audited as a part of the Target 3008 campaign. And these workshops are going beyond balcony gardening, organic gardening and composting. So we're looking at ways to build capabilities and enable the community of Docklands, particularly those buildings, to reduce their waste and also meet one another. So on that note, we'll see you next week. Thank you.